Okay, this is another example of variance and standard deviation, this time with a sample. Let's say that we're interested in the spread of sexually transmitted diseases, and we want to see maybe if number of sex partners is related. So we're going to collect the data set, a sample of 4 people, and we're going to ask them the number of sex partners they've had, and we'll probably ask them if they have an STD, but right now we're just going to stick with number of sex partners in the last year. So that's going to be our X. Number of sex partners. Okay. We're going to do our variance. Variance for a sample is the sum of the x minus x bar squared over n minus 1. Remember, when we go to a sample, we use n minus 1 in the denominator instead of n. And then, of course, our standard deviation is going to be the square root of that. Okay, so we'll figure that out, standard deviation, when we get there. All right, but we'll use these to guide us. So we know that we're going to need the mean. We're going to need x bar, right? So let's go to our data. Our data looks like, first person said 10 sex partners, next person said 4, next person said 4, and finally the last person said 2. So x bar equals the sum of the x's over n, 10, 14, 18, 19, 20, 5. Okay, so let's say that's x. Go ahead and put x bar here. Now there's just one x bar for x, right? The variable x has one mean, so I'm just going to put it on each row here so we can subtract them off and keep track. X minus x bar is going to be 10 minus 5 is 5, 4 minus 5 is minus 1, 4 minus 5 is minus 1, and 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Okay? Let me draw a little line here to keep this stuff separate. Okay. Now, if we were to add those up, we'd get 0, so we're going to have to square here. 5 squared, 25. Minus 1 squared is 1, minus 1 squared is 1, minus 3 squared is 9. Okay, so now the sum of these x minus x bar squared is 25 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9. 25, 26, 27, 36. Okay, and we know that n minus 1 is going to be 4 minus 1, so that's going to be 3. Okay, so we can put these two pieces into our formula here. The numerator is going to be 36. The denominator is 3, so the variance is 12. Squared units. So squared number of sex partners. Doesn't make that much sense. We want to take the square root to get a standard deviation so that it's back into original units, sex partners. So the standard deviation is going to be the square root of 12, which is 3.5. So the standard deviation of the variable x, the sample standard deviation, is 3.5 sex partners. Okay, the mean was 5, and the standard deviation is 3.5. Okay, so that's the average deviation score from the mean across all the observations. Okay, bye.